On Monday. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all, good morning, having a good Monday. Welcome to Dapper Dossier, and I am so excited that you guys are here this morning. I hope you had a good weekend. You know, ours was crazy busy. We had a bunch of stuff going on. We also had the opportunity to take down Christmas, which is always kind of a process. So for those of you who took down Christmas this weekend, congratulations to you. And I hope that your January is off to a good start. I cannot believe that today is the 13th, but it is the second full week of January. And we're just gonna dive in this morning, all right? So today's topic this morning, hi everybody, thank you guys for joining. Today's topic this morning, I probably should introduce myself. This is something I don't like to do. So I'm Julian Lever, and I am the owner of the Dapper Diplomat, and we focus on teaching communication and good networking skills and how to be the best public speaker that you can be. So you can find us, I'll give you all that information at the end of our little session this morning. But we are, if you're joining for the first time, we kind of just do a topic for the day, right? So try to focus on this one topic today for your Monday. Let it be a good success. I believe in a short list, something that you can actually accomplish and really reach your goals. So today's topic is going to be all about actions matching your words. Okay, so here I'm going to read a little bit and then we'll discuss. So things to do today to up your reputation. How can you improve your personal brand today? There's a lot of talk surrounding personal brand, which we talk about a lot here. And while some of it centers on your actions, right? The majority centers on the outward symbols of status you convey, right? So what are you wearing? Who are you wearing? What are you doing? Where you're going? But we really believe that it's really important to bring it back to the basics here at the Dapper Diplomat. And that really just means bringing the personal brand back to its actual center, the person, right? You, whoever you are, right? So when people are talking about you, what do you want them to say, right? So your actions should match your words. And I said, talk is cheap. Shocking, right? We all have that friend who boasts and brags and then never follows through. We believe in under-promising and over-delivering. Make each word count and make each action intentional. If you can't make it happen, communicate and explain. Don't blame and distract, right? So communicate and explain. Don't blame and distract. I think that little nugget kind of encompasses the whole idea of your actions matching your words, okay? And really one of the nicest things about doing these in the morning for me is that it reminds me also that my actions should match my words. If I say that I'm going to be somewhere, I need to be there. If I say that I'm going to do something, I need to do that thing. Now, sometimes life gets in the way, okay? And you never know. It's been a little bit of a crazy morning around here. We have a little puppy, and she just, she is her own entity. And so whatever kind of happens, we sometimes just have to react to that. And it has the opportunity to throw off our day, right? And so it's about showing up, right? Like I was supposed to be on here at 9 a.m. with you guys. I started this, I think, at 9:15. So I apologize for not being here. My day kind of just got a little bit thrown off, but that's okay. I think what's the most important thing is that you communicate, right? Like if you can't do something and you promise to do it, just pick up the phone. Or even in this case, shoot a text or shoot an email, but let people know that things are going not according to plan, right? That you can't do what you've done. Because really what's the most important is building that personal brand and having people be able to trust you, right? You said you're going to do something, so you're going to do it. Hi guys, thanks so much for joining and being here with us this morning, right? So make each word count and make each action intentional, right? And how do you do that? Exactly, Cicely. You got to own it, right? Just own it. And maybe you're wrong, okay? Maybe you have taken a position that is not right, and maybe in the long run or sometimes in the short run, you're going to be proven incorrect, right? And if you are proven incorrect, I think the most important thing to do is own it, right? Like, let's take a good example that is totally not business related, but so I am a lover of the royal family, and I had the opportunity to go and cover Harry and Meghan's wedding in London, at Windsor, and just be a part of that whole thing, right? And so what's going on with them right now is definitely something that people are very passionate about, right? And when this news that they kind of wanted to step back at first came out, I really kind of was happy for them, right? And I was really happy for them as people, and that maybe they're not having a good go of it and they needed to own it and admit that and then kind of move forward, right? Well, also the other side of me realizes that this is going to mess with like an overarching institution, right? And so a lot of people were texting me and calling me and like, oh, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And I really said, okay, well, I think this and this and this. And then some more news kept trickling out, and I realized that I was wrong, and I kind of started texting people back and like, hey, my opinion maybe out of the gate on this one was not quite right. And we need to keep looking at it, right? So it's just a good example of being able to say you were wrong, to communicate that you were wrong, and then maybe communicate the correct information or just wait and see, right? So the second part of that little bit was about, right? The first part was communicate and explain. So that's a really good part to do. But the second part was don't blame and distract, right? Because this is another thing I think we do as humans, just as humans. We instinctively do not want to immediately take the blame, and we definitely don't want to own it. And also, sometimes our instinct is to shift the blame onto other people, right? Maybe it's your client, maybe it is your partner, maybe it is someone who you're hoping to do business with, right? But if you can't do something, you just have to own it. And that's hard, I think also we don't give ourselves enough time sometimes to process those types of things, right? And being able to say that I was sorry, okay? But then the second part of saying that you're sorry is saying, what can I do to fix it, right? Being sorry is great, and admitting the mistake is great. But then what action are you going to take, right? Because that's how you then shift your personal brand, right? Your actions start to match your words. You take that little bit of follow-up and you just kind of pivot it around, right? And whatever type of action that might be. Maybe you need to reschedule the meeting. Maybe you need to go back and do more work on your presentation because you didn't put enough effort into it in the first place. Maybe you need to add in some additional people to what it is that you are doing, right? So what are we talking about here? We're talking about actions matching our words, right? And how are we doing that? Well, first, we're trying to follow through the best that we can, right? We are. And if we can't do that, we're communicating and explaining why we can't do something, right? And we're also not shifting the blame. Okay, so 3 little things to do today. 1, try to follow through the best that you can. 2, if you can't, communicate and explain. And 3, don't shift the blame. So I thank you guys so much for joining this morning. That's your little nugget of Monday truth. And I hope that you will join me again tomorrow. If you want to find out more about the Dapper Diplomat, you can find us online at dapperdiplomat.com, on Instagram at dapperdiplomat, and on Facebook at the Dapper. Oh no, on Facebook at Dapper Diplomat also, and then on LinkedIn, which we just also launched a LinkedIn. So you can go and connect with us there at the Dapper Diplomat. So I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you all for joining in, and I'd love for you guys to come back tomorrow and tell me about how you really were present and how you had your actions match your words. So I hope you have a great Monday, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hope you have a great day. Bye, guys. Bye.